And welcome back, everyone. We are back, not on Total War Rome 2, but we are back on 1212 AD, the mod for Attila Total War. And we have got ourselves a 3 versus 3 in-house fight here. This one was sent in by one of the attackers, Attila, commanding the Kingdom of Hungary. Now, his allies, we have got Burgundy being commanded by Mexi, and we have got Portugal being commanded by Alton. For the defenders, we have got, oh gosh, I can't remember. I think this is the Mamluks being commanded by Paz. We have Jerusalem being commanded by Billy. And then somewhere we have the Gurids being commanded by Grey Wolf. So once again, a 3 versus 3 in-house. Hold on, I'm going to adjust the sound a little bit here. There we go. Sorry about that. Now, I don't remember what settlement this is on, unfortunately, but I expect this to be a fun one. I always love this time period, and this mod is gorgeous. We got some crossbows moving up. Pretty much all the attackers moving up all their towers. On the right-hand side, taking it a little bit slower. They sent up one spear unit here to go up and take down the artillery up here. But as you can see, the defenders are also waiting for it. Look at all the cool colors, man. I love all the blue. So, as you can see, I did skip a little bit. The attackers brought a Great Bombard, and they used that Great Bombard to take down a bunch of the towers. Really didn't need to sit here and watch just the Great Bombard sit here and do that. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing here soon that same Great Bombard start hitting some of the walls. They actually have a wall at 93%. There we go. I was about to say I'm surprised they haven't finished it. So there's one. You really don't want to be going into this attack with just towers. So I think that's probably one of the biggest downsides to this game is there are not very many good options for getting through the walls. So if you think in Rome 2, you have tortoises, which are really good for being able to bust down multiple wall points. You have to spend a lot of money on artillery to do it if you don't have those. And so in this game, Great Bombards are pretty much the best thing they have available to them, and they're really expensive. We do typically play with a rule that does not allow targeting of the Great Bombard by the defenders due to its being literally the only thing they have that is any good at taking down walls. Most of the other artillery in the game do not do very good at tearing down these walls, but the Great Bombard does it very well. We also have a little bit of an archer fight going on, or had one. Mercenary Andalusian crossbows. I've always liked they're like almost like heart-shaped shields, but not quite. Look at all that coming in. I think the mortar is attacking too. That was either the mortar or the Treb. Neither of them are firing, so I'm not sure which one. Still more archer fight going on. So we got the crossbows of Hungary going against, I think it's just all of those Andalusian crossbows, yep. So the main keep of this settlement is right up here. It has 3 ways in. You have a path here, you have a path here, and you have a path here. They are all guarded by towers. Those towers do shoot, but you can see there is a... So at least on this one, you have the control is right here. Same thing. It's a little bit higher up on this one, but it's still there. Yeah, so they're all in a decent spot where you can kind of neutralize the towers as the attackers. not sure how I feel about them making it where the crossbows can arc up and over this. Big archer fight, look at that. Got the longbows of Burgundy up here now. And they've only killed 5 men in all of this fighting. The attackers have taken some losses, but as of yet, the defenders have only lost a few. They'll probably start losing a few more. Yeah, there we go. It's not like they're Pavi's crossbows or anything. And I think we got the mortars striking now. Yep, mortars are firing. Trebs are moving, so they're not firing. Portugal finally moving forward now. He needs to put some pressure. Gosh, I hate... So, you know, in Rome 2, there's a trick to get the paint to work on replays, but that same trick does not work on Attila. And it sucks, because I want to highlight things. But he needs to get pressure onto these guys so that he can get them off of this breach defense over here. And he is moving over. What is that? Destiero de Canto? I probably butchered that terribly. It's a crossbow unit. They are getting hit, though, by those Afghan archers. Afghan archers, they've got a barricade behind them, so they can't retreat straight back. They would have to retreat off to this direction here. Now, through the breach, we have got Hungarian swordsmen coming in, going up against some royal pikes. We have another royal pike here, 113 out of 120. He's facing a weird direction, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, God, that's terrible. And he doesn't even know about it. Turn around. They have not neutralized the gate yet, so they're not going to try and go through it. They'll just lose tons of men to it. The bad part is that I don't think they can actually get off of this wall anymore. Pretty sure this wall, because these two towers are destroyed, I don't think you can get down them anymore. It's one thing I hate about this game is when you destroy the towers, one, they like collapse into oblivion like this and they'll kill a ton of men if you're too close to them. But they also, you can no longer go down them anymore, which, whatever, I guess. Yeah, he just noticed it. 85 out of 120 from those volleys. And Royal Pikes are a good, expensive unit. Look at those clothes, man. Look at that. Afghan archers. Wow. Those are some cool outfits, dude. I love the colors. Got some generals back there. And now the longbows of Burgundy shooting at the Maronite crossbows of Jerusalem. Also a cool looking unit. Then we got, I think these are, yeah, St. Lazarus. The green ones. This is just a heavy melee infantry. They are engaged. They got some sergeants taking on some Pavis spearmen of Jerusalem. But now the Knights of St. Lazarus going to come in and take over. The sergeants are not as good of a unit, but to be perfectly honest with you, melee sword infantry in this game is not super overwhelming. Not something I would be all the time expecting to get huge amounts of kills on them. I love the colors, I love the armor, it all looks fantastic. Oop, sorry about that. So they have basically given them this breach, which allows the attackers a free avenue into the settlement. It is, you know, relatively cramped into just this one, you know, corridor right here, though. Now off to the side, we have another barricade with some crossbows on it. So what I assume we'll probably see soon enough is a kill box set up right in this area here. I'm actually a little surprised. Oh, God! Ah! Ow, that hurt. "42 kills on the mortar so far. Trebuchets, I don't think they've really shot. Okay, they've shot a little bit. They have 22 kills. Still got the longbows here of Burgundy. Now Sergeant switching out for some Hungarian swordsmen. I just love the colors. I love the armor. Such a beautiful mod. It's a good archer volley coming in from behind. Crossbows of these Andalusian crossbows still kind of trying to, counter back some of these archers of the attackers, but only so much they could really do, especially from that distance. I don't know that we're going to see a whole lot of action over here. Seems like most of the action seems to be taking place right in this general area here. We do have a push coming through this breach. Hungarian swordsmen taking on the Royal Pike still. 16 kills and 15 kills. The combat's even. And maybe getting another Royal Pike. I think he's going to come in and take out these very tired ones. Oh man, did you see that? So the first infantry unit that was involved is gone, but now the second one is in combat. But that archer fire is just relentless, man. Got the Hungarian shields over here, and then the conical helmets of the eastern factions on the left. Although the Hungarian troops also have a semi-eastern appearance to them because of, just their vicinity to the eastern, not their vicinity, but their the fact that they are on the eastern part of Europe, and they are pretty influenced by a lot of those cultures from central, like Turkey area and stuff like that. Defenders starting to get their own good shots in now. Hungarian swords still facing the wrong direction. There you go. And looks like they may be bringing more. Well, no, it's just their longbows moving forward. I don't know if they're trying to move in or if they're just trying to get shots again. I'm a little surprised that on this flank, that Jerusalem is not holding in a way that would allow the barricade to get some shots off. Although the attackers have done a pretty good job of chasing off anything that's gotten on that barricade by using their mortars. Mortars are up to 67 kills now. Trebuchets look like they found a new place in life. They do have one more kill than we looked last, so possibly shooting again soon. The Great Bombard has not been shooting. I'm not sure if he's out of ammo. He might be after taking down the towers and then those couple walls there. He could be out of ammo. Light crossbows 80 the Andalusian crossbows at 84 kills now. The Afghan archers at only 12. Archers in this game are very hit or miss, so longbows tend to do pretty well, especially given their extended range compared to a lot of the other archers in the game. But to be perfectly honest with you, majority of just standard bow archers in this game don't perform super well. Crossbows, if you can get proper angles, do really well. Handguns do really well. Whoa, hold on, look what happened on the other side. Got the ordnance longbowmen in here, but over on the other side here, the attackers broke, and now the defenders advancing forward with so they have the Knights of St. Lazarus and that Pavis spear coming and getting into some of these soft units. So like this longbow unit is getting attacked by it's the Knights of St. Lazarus, and he's actually holding up relatively well given that it's a heavy melee infantry going up against him, but he definitely needs to do something about that as ASAP. Problem is, on the other side, he's in the exact opposite position. Oh man, and now some medium melee infantry gonna sneak through and get in behind the longbow. That's a big oof. Leave it to Mexi. He loses archers. So we're gonna lose one. The unit on the wall is breaking as well. Good archer fire. Crossbows of Hungary. Yeah, just laying into these units. He's desperately trying to save this longbow unit. We also have the heavy shock infantry coming in from Portugal. So Spanish Order Foot Knights charging through the breach. We also have Cav coming in. The Duke's bodyguard is in. Where's he going? They have a broken Pavi spear. The defenders aren't looking at it, but if they were, they could have had their crossbows up here and shot into this. Now over here we do have Maronite crossbows. We got 2 units of crossbows. The infantry unit that was with them is getting on the wall. And now he's trying to desperately get back down. The bodyguard unit got some. He's 66 kills so far. He's trying to get the other one now. He's trying to get this crossbow on the wall. Oh. They got a volley off. Bodyguard up to 131 kills now. Problem he's now pretty much cut off by the Knights of St. Lazarus. He also has the King of Jerusalem on the other side, as well as the Emir of the Mamluks is on the other side. So the ducal bodyguard is in a bad position at the moment. He did get the crossbows, but he is now cut off. He's got pole arms. He might be able to turn around and hit the Knights of St. Lazarus, possibly get around them maybe. He might take some damage from the crossbows up top as well. I would go around. Hungarian swords trying to come save him. Tabateria coming in. Look at that. Heavy axe infantry. Look at those axes they're wielding. Hold on. Got some big old axes. Tabateria, pretty good, pretty good. Where did the heavy shock infantry go? They must have died, I guess? I don't see it there anymore. It's getting a little rough here. We do have some units landing on this part of the wall. That is, as you can see, beginning to expose the backside of this breach here. Now coming from the other side, we have Afghan infantry coming in. Once again, the sharpest looking guys on the battlefield. Look at them! Well, damn. So this Pales de Lanka are going to be surrounded here in a moment. but it could be just enough that it looks like the attacker or the defenders are going to fall back now. Okay, the Ducal Bodyguard was rescued. 236 kills. Ooh, ow. Now the defender, their mortars starting to get into this now. Where is it? Where is their mortar? Oh, right here. So did he? No, he didn't. He didn't get his. The Ducal Bodyguard charging straight into the Afghan infantry, taking losses here. It's at 55 out of 80. I think he's getting out of there now. He needs to be careful. That mortar still has range on him. Here we go again. Oh, ouch. Gotta be careful, man. And now in advance, straight down the middle. Hungarian swordsmen now engaging with the Afghan infantry. Look at that sword. It's almost like a cutlass that they're wielding. See what I mean? I guess it probably more like a scimitar, but very cutlass type look. Buying them more royal pikes, Afghan archers, then the mercenary Andalusian crossbows. If you don't know, Andalusia is in Spain. Heavy shock infantry, dismounted chevaliers of Burgundy. Look at them, they're so cool looking. But archers already targeting them as they usually do. Charge, men! Charge into the breach! Good switch out there, getting the Hungarian swords out. The dismounted chevaliers are going to get a bunch of kills here. Just on the charge, 40 kills. They are being targeted, though. Heavy shock infantry are your best infantry units in the entire that you can bring, right? They do a lot of damage, so that means that when they show their faces, they will get shot. We also have the handgunners moved up. I think they're just blowing down these Knights of St. Lazarus. Come on, do it again. It says they're firing, so they're probably reloading. Do you want to live forever? Oh, God. Handguns are so dirty. If you can get them in with a good line of fire, they are so disgusting. Treb's now focusing the keep, blasting back the Afghan archers of the defenders. We also have the Andalusian crossbows on the hilltop here. 77 kills on the Chevaliers. Afghan infantry breaking. Now we've got Spanish Order foot knights. 86 kills with a chevron. They're charging straight into the royal pikes. That's cool. Cool combo, the yellow and the red. Look at that, 113 kills now on the Spanish Order foot knights. We also have the other unit. So typically the rules for this, for 1212, are, I believe it's max, so I know it's max 2 of shock infantry. I believe it's max 2 of shock cavalry, 4 ranged, One of those range can be a handgun. And then I think it's max 2 pole arms, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while. More Knights of St. Lazarus. Gotta love the green. I haven't seen any Hospitalers or anything. Wonder if his shock infantry is... They're probably Hospitalers. Templars. So they're gonna have the red. Yes! I don't think he brought his best ones, though. Yeah, see the silver? He did not bring his best shock infantry. He's falling back, it looks like. Ronconcieri de Ventura. I believe these are the Italian polearm mercenaries, which are really good. Yeah, so they're falling back from this side at least. I think they're falling back across all fronts. We still have pole arms here. You definitely don't want to lose these pole arms out here for nothing. No, that's a bad trade. That's a bad trade. Leave the Knights of St. Lazarus in and get the pole arms out. That's how you want to play this. The pole arms are far more valuable than these Knights of St. Lazarus are. Remember, heavy melee infantry as a whole in this game, just like the standard sword and shield infantry, are just okay. You know what I mean? They're not that good. They're just kind of average, I would say. So those pole arms are far more necessary than those Knights of St. Lazarus were. And yeah, I think if you're going to fall back, then these are 2 units right here that you don't want to be leaving out here. And you're basically, one of these 2 units at this point is going to have to stay here. Ducal heavy foot guards trying to get out of that charge from the Templar Knights. They got 17 kills, but I don't think that was on that charge. Yeah, I don't think they got that on that charge. At first I thought those were watermelons, but now it's just cabbage. My cabbages! Templar Knights getting hit by archers. Oh, look at that beautiful volley fire. Oh, my. Ooh, bit extended here by the dismounted Chevaliers. And another one coming up, too. I don't know that I would be pulling those up like this. This one just getting roasted by archer fire. In the middle, some Hungarian swordsmen just charging in and engaging the crossbows, interestingly. Crossbows must be out of ammo? Yeah, they're out of ammo. I always forget that in this one you can see all the ammo on the cards, which is nice. The one thing I miss in most games after Rome 2 are the faction flags. See how now they all have these type of, just like standard, unit card flags, heavy axe infantry, crossbow, archer, so on and so forth. In Rome 2 and some of the others, it was actually the flag of the faction that you were looking at. And I missed that mechanic. I think it looked better, it was easier to understand and see what everything meant. So on this side, Jerusalem, well, I guess not anymore. I was going to say it looks like he was going to defend out here on the street, but it looks like he is pulling back. Now, still outside of the outside of the keep, we still have the king's bodyguard, so the Jerusalem king. Oh, and look at this, the generals over here, the Emir and the Gulaman are getting some hit and runs in on some of the infantry here. Oh, Portugal. So if I remember correctly, I think this was Portugal's first game. And while his allies did warn him of how good cavalry is in 1212, sometimes you don't fully know how good things are until you witness it yourself. And a lot of his infantry got caught in the middle of moving and caught all by themselves out of position. And the cavalry of the defenders getting some really good charges in. 77 kills and 176 kills. But this one's down to half strength, Guliman. King of Jerusalem still chilling over here. He's untouched. It makes sense leaving the cavalry out here. The cavalry up inside of here is a lot more limited on what you can do with them, right? But out here, the cavalry has a lot more room to work. But it looks like the defenders are going to bring their generals back in, at least on this side. But Portugal taking a heavy hit. He does still have 2 healthy units of Spanish Order Foot Knights. He has his handguns, some regular sword melee infantry. Defending the hill here, we have some Royal Pikes, as well as Afghan archers, the cavalry gens. Bounce power is definitely in the attacker's favor, but it's not super crazy. They're about 900 men up. But in 1212, that only means so much. What's going on here? The King's Bodyguard. We're in parade formation. That's not good. Oh, no! That hurts. Knights of St. Lazarus taking a big hit from the trebuchets. 113 kills so far. 112 on the mortar. Crossbows still shooting. Well, kind of. You see how it says the little red bow? See how it says obstructed? Basically, it means that yes, your men have a order to fire. Yes, they are within range, but for some reason they can't get the angle to do it. So, like these guys here, it could be that maybe they're trying to shoot over here, and this tower's in the way. You know, stuff like that. The King of Jerusalem going back out of the settlement. Polearm infantry actually set up right out here. If I was the handguns, I'd come up and I would just blast the shit out of these guys. I think he's been doing that to the Knights of Lazarus here. We're gonna get a charge. One final charge of the Knights of Lazarus. Not the greatest charge, but it'll do. They're gonna lose to these swordsmen, though. They're just too weak. Ducal Household Guisarmier. I believe they're called that because of the weapon they're using, which is, I believe, called the Guisarme, which is like a halberd-esque hooked build polearm weapon thing. Royal Pikes and Knights of Lazarus going up against some dismounted Chevaliers. 48 kills, so this is a slightly fresher unit, but it has taken a lot of damage. Probably got shot a lot on the way up. The 2 generals, once again, they're out. Hungarian Knights. Oh, he's going to catch the gen. He's trying to get out of there. But the Hungarian Knights got a good charge there. Guliman was able to get out. 176 kills on him. And then he's got 305 kills on his general. Archer's still fighting the fight. We still have some dismounted Templar Knights over here. The pole arms have backed up onto the hill. And you can see some of the... So these are ranged melee infantry. So they're actually a melee infantry that carries a bow. They have, if I remember correctly, more limited ammunition. But not a bad little, you know, hybrid unit there. Archfire coming in on the Maronite crossbows. Mortars out of ammo. 310 kills on it, though. Oh, more Treb. Ow! Where's this one going? Oh! Right into the pole arms. Trebuchet, 128 kills. How much is the Treb out? I think he's out of ammo now. Royal Pike, 78 kills, but they're about to break soon. Guillemot coming out and hitting some of the Portuguese infantry here. He's pretty much out of this game. He's 27 out of 80. I think the general himself probably dead. It doesn't look like it. But here comes the Portuguese general. Also have the Hungarian Knights over here. The King of Jerusalem did come back into the settlement. And looks like he did it unscathed. Was able to get in without getting shot by the handguns. This over here doesn't look great. Got this one Royal Pike unit, which is holding okay, but it's only so much. They really don't have any other infantry to throw over there. They have some heavy axe infantry, the Tapaderia, but a lot of their infantry is already focused in other areas. Polearm infantry now in combat, so we have Polearm v Polearm. The Jerusalem polearms should get the better out of this because they don't have to attack. They can just stand there. It's the attackers that have to go to them. Look at those wicked spears. Look at that. Royal Pikes, 95 out of 120. Also have the handgun set up from Portugal set up right here, and they're just going to blast into this. Watch. They're not doing it yet. Probably because the general's in combat. There it is. 9 kills. Ten kills. General getting hit now by archers. Afghan archers targeting the Portuguese general. 17 kills now on the handguns. Center of the polearms are breaking. Interesting. They had to have been getting shot, probably by the crossbows and stuff from Hungary, because there's no way that that attacking polearm was going to break that by themselves.
We have destroyed the enemy tower.
Tower destroyed. Where? Ah, over here. I was like, where? Where was a tower destroyed? What? Afghan archers, 85 kills. So much ammo left on the attackers. Jeez. Now heavy axe infantry coming in to help, because look at this. We got the Spanish Order foot knights charging their way in. But look, so they're going to back off, opening it up for the Emir to go charging all the way down the hill. Great charge. Now what they can do is they can hold the infantry off to the side and bring the Emir back to this side and hammer and anvil back and forth like this. 342 kills on him now. Now Afghan archers going in to trying to, you know, stem the flow here. We have the Hungarian knights and the Portuguese general here. I think the only cav we have left on the defenders is the King of Jerusalem and then the Emir of the Mamluks here. But we just had a target from the crossbows of Portugal. He's going to start taking losses. There you go, he is moving. Heavy axes charging in, Tapaderia. 24 kills so far, he's backing off. Charging back in. There you go, 40 kills. But there's that nasty handgun unit. 44 kills. Handguns are not even just getting kills, they're also hitting morale, so. And now we have a big counter push in the center. Knights of St. Lazarus trading out for the dismounted Templar Knights. Heavy shock infantry. Fekete Sareg Axeman? I don't know how to say that. Fekete Sareg? If anybody's from Hungary, please comment and tell me how to say that word, because I don't know. Archer fire going against Garda de Rey. Which I think actually translates to Guard of the Prince, if I remember correctly. Uh-oh. King of Jerusalem is out riding again. Yeah, no he's not. Here comes the Templar Knights and then the mercenary pole arms setting up to cover this side here. Once again, what's probably going to happen is the handguns are probably going to march up and shoot the shit out of them. They are running out of troops. Tapaderia desperately trying to fight off the Spanish Order foot knights with the assistance of the Emir of the Mamluks. They are causing some breaking to happen. But man, that handgun just blasting them. You can see the archers doing everything they can. They're trying to get those handguns to go away. The center, it's getting rough though. Dismounted Templar Knights are down to 76 out of 140. They're running out of men. It's a desperate situation. Now on this side, we got Polearm v Polearm, Ducal Household, versus the Roncontieri de Ventura. I know I just destroyed that. I'm so sorry. 43 kills, 41 kills, very evenly matched. But what if I was the attackers, I would back off the Ducal Household and just shoot the shit out of that. Never mind, he doesn't need to. A tiny unit of dismounted Templar Knights rejoining the center. But this is pretty much gone. The two generals of the defenders desperately trying to hit anything they can, which they can. There's not much infantry over here. These are kind of that, you know, hybrid infantry type unit, so the cavalry would be able to do some pretty good damage here, but they gotta hit them. He wouldn't hit the handguns, but now he's gonna get shot by the crossbows on either side. Handguns are gone. You gotta charge. You gotta charge now. There's 3 gone. The general coming in. He might not even go here. He might just go straight into the settlement. Hungarian knights are also in here, though, and they're gonna clean stuff up. Oh, I was stupid. I was saying the cavalry should have gone into... I mixed up the two things. The Hungarian knights, though, I do think should have gone and cleaned all this up. I hate to say it, but I do think that is going to be it. That is a GG. The attackers pulling this one out, but a close, hard-fought battle. They've got stuff left here, but honestly, it's a lot of archers. They do have some infantry left, don't get me wrong. So the attackers definitely did win this, and it wasn't, you know, like a... It just wasn't a landslide victory. So a stout defense. It's really just the general kind of running around here. King of Jerusalem trying to get some last-minute kills, pad his stats. He broke the Portuguese general. But I think that was the king right there. All right. Now, in Attila, they don't give, like, the final overall scores, but we will go ahead and look at everybody's armies. So, first off... Yep, hold on, it's loading. First off, for the attackers, we have Not So Mexi as Burgundy. One of his chevaliers did really well. His 2 pole arms did pretty solid, 112 on the mortar. Archers did okay, 306 on the general. Alton as Portugal with, let's see, 232 on the Spanish Order Foot Knights. 106 on one of the crossbows. 170 on the general, pretty good. Tidirand as Hungary. His general never saw any combat. His crossbows did really well. His infantry, all in all, did pretty solid. 137 on the Hungarian Knights. For the defenders, we have Pazguin as the Mamluks. Crossbows did pretty good. Heavy axes, the Tabateria did pretty solid. Grey Wolf as the Gurid Sultanate. 203 on the general. Some of his archers did alright, some not so great. The Royal Pikes, I hate to say, didn't do so hot. And finally, for the defenders, we have got Billy Blazes as the Kingdom of Jerusalem and Cyprus. Let's see, Knights of St. Lazarus, 146, pretty solid. Archers, the crossbows, they did okay, 88 on this one. 121 on one of the dismounted Templar Knights. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.